Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 31 Day 1. It is a brown day and today we are losing by a lot of points. Wow, how are we all the way down there? But anyways, let's get into some battles, fights, and get over to our brown team, probably using the standard. There hasn't been anything else to really use with it. I might try using the new legend that came out earlier, though that can only be used on blue and purple days. Probably more so on the purple day, since we've been experimenting around with it anyways. That'd be the perfect day to keep experimenting, I guess. Anyways, where on earth is my brown team? Where are you? No, not that one. Where's my other brown team? Do I not have the other brown team saved? In which case, I need to go do that. I think I put it over my extra slot. Yeah, I did. I ended up switching out to Gorgolfa, Corvash, Famine, and the High Forge there with the double stun. Oh, let's get into it. Take out everything. He does have that blade that does triple. I believe that does not one-shot Gorgolfa, though. I don't have any good way to deal with him, though. That's the only slight issue. I can deal with his front line of mana generation. I just have to hope he gets a Gorgolfa into a Famine quick enough, I guess. But let's get into it. Double check indeed that it is indeed a brown, and it is, and good to go. Hello, everyone. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Integral. Hello, War. Hello, Strawn. Hello, Barang. And hello, Adrian. Welcome all. Welcome, welcome. So, I'll go move that. See what we can do here. See if we get our poke. And what do we need? What do we need? I guess the brown. We do have extra mana on all of that right there. So we get a lot of mana out of that. So I guess I will go for it. He does get a poke, but we don't really matter. It doesn't really matter if we are entangled. It doesn't really do much to us. I see the red. That is not really something I need, though. Got the purple that we literally don't need. So I guess we just go for a red and try for a brown drop, which we missed, but at least we had the chance. There's not even one that we could take. Can't even take the yellow at the moment. We do have a High Forge, though. What would we even gain out of that? Nothing. Yeah, we wouldn't really gain much benefit at all from going for that. So I'm probably just going to go for, again, trying for that brown there. And we miss again. Come on. Need that brown and yellow. Either or. Preferably the brown, of course. Do we poke now? We just got unentangled. Well, if there's not any mana, then yeah, I guess so. Move that over. Now we can go for a yellow. Not the brown, though. That would be ideal, but we'll just do this into a Gorgolfa. Oh! We didn't surge. Oh, that's a bit of an issue. He might have to kill Gorgolfa here. There's not a thing I could do about that. I think we take the brown into it. So we'll finally take our brown, get our poke. And yeah, that hits pretty hard. Still not as much as I thought it would, though. But I don't have any way of hitting last slot right now unless we happen to get the Famine extra turn right here. So we go for it. Didn't get the extra turn. Will he throw something else? Yes, he does. But he actually landed it, unfortunately. So he will go throw something else. And yes, he does indeed kill first slot. But we have our Summon and we have our Famine ready. So let me go Famine. Get rid of, I guess, his first slot then, just to make sure something actually dies. And then we can High Forge, get our Summon in first, and go from there. Now we still have our Double Drain. That will stop most of his team, everything except his last slot. This new Summon we got can hit his last slot, if I'm not mistaken, though. Did we just go for Skull? Or did we go and Drain him? I think we go for Drain just to make sure he doesn't hit. There's a lot of green area on that board that he can land, so we're not going to let him do so. Is a bit annoying that he's blocking our Corvash so heavily because we need that for our drain. Basically, all of our drains are pretty blocked because of that. There isn't anything he could really do, though, either, other than, like, double poke them, but that's going to take a while to actually get it up, so I do want to focus all in on Corvash. I'm not even going to bother casting him for now, because he's just getting in the way of all of my mana at the moment. I believe I'm going for this blue. Let's see, we have a brown chance or we have a red chance. You know what, I'm actually going to take the brown chance again. Finally, we got it. Third time's the charm. So we finally get it. Corvash is 3 damage short, so I can't kill there. Nor would the follow-up damage be enough to kill either of them. So I'm actually going to just wait and probably throw this onto last slot then, since none of that's actually going to kill anything. So we'll throw that there and get ready on our Corvash soon. Oh, I thought a double one would actually hit it. Never mind. We're going to be 2 damage short when trying to kill him too. Everything's going to be like slightly short when trying to kill it here. But we'll get that Corvash so we can't do anything. And there we go. Good job, Famine. And too bad you're blocking our Corvash, because all we'd have to do now is just take blues, browns, boom, we win. He's a really unfortunate color. Out of every color that could have been summoned there, that's probably the absolute worst, since we can't really do much with that being there. I don't have enough damage to kill him either. We might have enough damage to kill the next one in line, if Famine can hit HP reduction or an armor reduction. So he has a 50% per turn, and I only need him to do it once. There we go. And now that is enough damage so that if we take a brown or a blue, we will be able to hit him out. And there's our blue right there. We could even skull poke for it, though that would not actually get a kill. I think brown gives me more mana if I'm not mistaken, so let me do that. And do we go for the skull? That brings him down to 0, right? No, 1. Wait, does that really bring him down to 1 HP? Yes, it does. Well, let's hope we get lucky, I guess. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, I have no way to deal with that. We end up reducing armor, which he doesn't actually have. What do we do about this? He can one-shot only our first slot. So I guess we just kill it. Okay, there we go. And he just hits that. Okay, we win. All we need now is Famine to hit HP, or for us to hit him twice. And at this point, it looks like we're just hitting him twice. And down he goes. Well, that was a weird battle, but we got through it. I wonder if they're all running a really weird triple damage team like that. Haven't really been seeing much of the triple damage weapons. Nope, just drain spam. There we go. Gorgolfa, Ragnagord, Famine, and Amnesia. So this entire battle will be who gets their mana first. Gotta really watch out for the Scion there, that is for sure. Also, hello Bridget, hello name I do not know how to pronounce because it's in Russian. Welcome. Is there anything I can call you? Because I have no clue how to pronounce that whatsoever. We'll go take a skull there. And we get another skull poke. I might as well just keep poking him until the Scion dies. Oh, we can take it for brown. Let me do that way. Oh, but now he gets mana from that. Maybe I should have done the other way around. All that did was feed him mana. And none of the moves here are worth taking, so we'll just go for that. At least we still have some mana on the Corvash. I really need to get that down so he can't get his drains on me anymore. That or just kill him with skulls, which appears to be the way we're going at this point, because 2 more pokes will kill it, even if he famines some of our stats away. Oh, there we go, and that's exactly enough, or actually a little bit more than enough. Anything else we could drop while we're waiting? No, nope. Just go for the blue, didn't even get it. He now has famine. Just one into another. Oh, we have an extra turn though. Oh, but this is probably a bad idea. Oh, no, it's not. We got Corvash out of it. Perfect. So, do I take the extra turn here? Probably just in case, because he might get Rag up if I don't. And now we just throw Corvash, and we should be good to go. He has such a high mana pool that we basically just automatically win at this point, because we have so much mana drain that he won't be able to do anything. All we need to do is make sure we get 1 more Corvash plus Famine up. And once we have those up, we just win the battle. Do I go for mana, or do I go for the skull? I think I'm going for mana and playing it safe. And then that should be enough to win off of. Yep, there we go. We got both of them up. And unless he just really gets an amazing cascade, there isn't anything he can do from this point. We get our double kill. We then famine him. Actually, I probably should have famined first because I forgot the drain goes into it. So now we just reduced all the damage that we'd be able to do. So now the battle will take slightly longer. But not too big a deal. It's definitely a win for sure at this point. It'll poke us. We'll poke it back. And famine should be enough. Let's see, 10, 20, yeah, way more than enough. 48 damage right there. And down it goes. Hello, Metalers and Zach. Welcome, NGSW. Can I solve a Rubik's Cube? I do not know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. That I do not know. I've never actually really tried, though, like looking up the proper way of doing one. But without knowing the strategy, I have never been able to solve a Rubik's Cube. Though if you actually were to look it up, I'm pretty sure it would actually be pretty easy. But I've never bothered learning how to do such a thing. Why, did I just say Gorgolfa instead of Scion? Yeah, it's really annoying having to do Scion versus Gorgolfa battles. I think it's one of the reasons why a lot of people run their drains today. Because that's a pretty hard counter to Gorgolfa. It's one of the few really, really good counters out there that just completely negate it. Because if he takes even 1 skull, we just lose everything. But if we can get up before he gets any skull pokes, we can normally win. And it looks like we should be able to do that this time around. And yes, we do. So, didn't get all of our mana, but at least we didn't give him a skull either. So, yep, that looks like the match right there. We got literally everything. And there isn't much he can do from this point. We just keep stunning him. His entire team will be stunned now. We'll just throw the Corvash and just keep plowing him with additional damage. And that is indeed the match. I'm just going to keep letting him poke us. I don't really care. He should also still stay stunned, so it's not like he's going to drain us. Though there is a chance. But we do have a backup famine just in case he cleanses. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well then, that's quite unfortunate. Like the first possible turn he could have cleansed, he cleansed. So let me go famine that just so we don't have to deal with him anymore. And now it should be pretty smooth now that's dead. Do I go for the skull? I actually don't have enough mana to do anything else. I don't think I'm going to give him that skull yet. And again, well, I don't need purple. I'm like going to do that move as if I actually need that mana. I'll just let him take it. I don't want to take that one. If I'm going to take it, I need to take it that way just so we don't give him blue. Don't want to give him purple either, so we'll just take this brown, I guess. And that gives us Gorgolfa, gets us a better board. Need to beat that famine up though, either with Corvash or with a famine of our own. Either or would work. Blue Surge is full mana, or I believe it is. Should be. There we go. And now we just Corvash him. What else do we have here? Nothing to move, so we'll go Corvash. Actually, we could wait one turn, but just in case, I'm not going to. I don't want him randomly famining us. And get our mana back up. That gives us another Gorgolfa. Get another poke to the back, just because we can. Gorgolfa should be able to almost kill it. And there we go. A little bit of an overkill, but better that's dead now. And yeah, now we just do Corvash into famine. Actually, let me famine first. Same issue that I had last battle. Let's not do that again. There we go. And now we Corvash it. Gotta get the famine first so we can actually use the mana to our own advantage instead of just getting rid of it all with the Corvash. Brown Day's going okay today. The first battle was really slow. Oh, here we go. I did hear a lot of people saying in my guild that they were losing to pure Goblin teams. We'll see how they go. I actually don't really mind pure Goblin on a Brown Day. They can still get really lucky. But one nice thing about a Brown Day is you can actually target Fizzbang, because you can stun the first 2 slots, you can stun the last 2 slots, and you have Corvash to stun literally any of them. So you definitely have the options on a Brown Day to have, regardless of where they put her, you'll be able to deal with her stealthy. That's normally the biggest issue with really facing her, is the fact that you can't specifically target her. She's the one thing you'd want to kill first, but unless you have a stun or some kind of other means of hitting her specifically, you're not going to be able to, since she dodges all single target while not stunned. You finally pulled your second legendary. Nice. Queen Grapplepot. Oh, well, there's your Queen Grapplepot team right there if you're wondering what to use for a team. Well, let's see. With some solid traits, is it worth building a Goblin team around her? Yes. There's the exact team you use. And if you don't have that exact team, still put a Goblin Rocket in there and just use 2 other more budget Goblins. But yeah, there's your team right there for your Grapplepot. That's about the strongest you could... Actually, that's literally the strongest you could ever make your Goblin team. Is exactly what he's using right now. Not sure if you have everything, though. Hopefully we can take it. It's really annoying once it starts rolling. But as long as it doesn't get going, we should be fine. I need to go get my drains up and some stuns if we can. We haven't hit a single extra turn. Oh, wait, never mind. We did hit one. But we haven't hit a single one since. I'll take a brown here, so we'll get that. That gives us Corvash at least, though that does not reach the target I need it to. I guess I'm not too concerned with that, mainly because it's just a little bit of damage. So I think I'm going to let it happen. We're just going to throw a High Forge here, just to get some damage down. And it just goes for a poke. We'll move that over, get another stun. It's the exact same one that's already stunned. That's not good. I don't even need to throw Corvash now. He has no mana on anything. Let me just go get my mana up. I'm trying to get another famine or something. And I think we can off of a green, though we don't have any available. I guess Yellow Surge is fine. We could also take a purple into the brown. I don't need the purple, but the brown Surge would be great, and it does indeed trigger. She's not taking... They're not taking any mana on the best troop on the team, so we're getting pretty lucky there. I think I'm going to go throw a Corvash now, even though they don't really have the mana yet. I just want to throw it down and get our famine up. So now we can just go and start poking him. Now that it's stunned, we can target it specifically, and I believe I will do so. Either that or the grapple pot. I don't think we have enough damage to actually kill it yet, though, so let me take the yellow. Oops, I just gave it so much brown. At least it's a good time to go and famine it, though. So let's go throw that down. I'm not going to double check the amount of damage, but yeah, a little bit short. Corvash is enough to kill it, though, so I guess we'll go get a Corvash right now. And that will knock it out. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, we'll just knock that out right now. And the extra drain and the stun goes into that because the first one, or one of them died, so it moves to the next troop. We'll throw a High Forge in there. Get our mana back. Surprised Gorgolf is still alive. I guess they haven't really been hitting it other than the one little grapple pot poke and all the little skulls. Oh, there we go, got Famine back, and that should be win unless he goes crazy, and he doesn't. So we'll just throw that on the grapple. Actually, I'll wait one turn. Wait, do we wait a turn? Yeah, we wait a turn. I don't see why not. Hopefully he doesn't take the yellow. Good. And throw the Famine now. That kills that out. He doesn't take the yellow for whatever reason. Take it for ourselves. Gorgolfa, and that's pretty much match right there. The skulls kill him. We get our extra turn, and I guess we just skull into a Corvash. Oh, I guess we'll try for an extra turn over here. Oh, I could have taken the brown into it. Oops. Oh well. I guess it doesn't matter. And down it goes. Could have been a little bit more points. Could have gotten like 5 more points with that mana or something. You never know. And our final battle, the Drawlocks against another Scion. Wow, so many Scions today. A little bit of a weird team, but it does have a lot of revive chance. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to get that Famine up for it. It doesn't have Poison Geese, though, surprisingly. A lot of true damage, and I don't have any heal on the team. So I don't have any heal, no life gain. But once we plow down the Scion, I think we'll be okay. It's everything prior to that that's going to be annoying. Well, let's go see what we can do with it. Oh yeah, Sir Snothelm. I never really use Sir Snothelm that much, but he is pretty decent out of the goblins. I just don't really find him to be that good in 4x goblins, but there's many teams that he works with outside of 4x goblins. Okay, right off the bat, I'm going to have to take Skulls because he has Scion first slot. I can't let him take a single one. Oh! Okay, well, that's a start of badness. I guess we'll try for a poke. We don't have anything to lose now since we actually got it because we don't have any mana. But then we took some random mana, which gave him the last of his mana. The hell annoying. Well, I guess let's take some yellow in hopes that we get a green, which we don't. Alright, I need 2 more skull pokes as quickly as possible. And I guess we keep getting Corvash up in the meantime since the blue goes directly into him. And I need to find a way to get more of the blues towards the bottom here. We'll do that. Maybe we could lure blue there. Oh, he ruined it. I was going to take that red into the brown into hopefully a blue being the next one that comes down. If it was, we actually would have gotten a exactly what we needed. Alright, so let me just take a brown, I guess. Not what I need, but we'll see what he does with his explosion. Of course, it goes right into him. We can take blue right now, though the problem with that is we don't actually get to do anything with it. Unless a blue falls. There is a chance. I need 1 blue to fall right here and we win. That's not a blue. Oh, he didn't go for it. Okay, never mind. Sweet, he went for the skull instead of casting. So we go through a Corvash there. Gets a little bit of a Mirror Lift, which helps him some, but should be good to go from here. There we go, we got Famine, we won. We won, we got the Famine. Now we just poke him again, just wait for the Famine with all his gigantic mana pools, and then we just throw it at him. Probably on the Uri-Yali, just to make sure it doesn't get any summons in. What do we need off this board? Probably the blue. Not that blue, though. Probably the upper blue, so we could try for a brown, which we missed, but at least we had the chance. And what else we throw here? I guess we still wait 1 more turn on the Famine. Let me take a safe move, though, just to not give him an extra turn on accident. And now we throw the Famine. 102, a little bit off, but High Forge will be able to clean that up as soon as we get a Gorgolfa. So we'll take that. He'll do whatever. Oh, I actually got a lot of whatevers there. A lot of little pokes in there. But we got our Corvash now. Just need the last little bit of our High Forge so we can go kill out the Uri-Yali so it doesn't summon. Oh, it extra turned, but luckily it went for the skull instead of exploding. If it didn't, that actually would have been a little bad, but we'll just throw that down. Get our stuns and stuff in there. Get our High Forge, and that is pretty much matched. Just have to deal with 1 little Mirror Lift. And that can't really kill us. It would have to cast around 8 times to actually kill us, which I don't really foresee happening, and that's match already. There we go. Curious what the score actually is. The first battle was a little slow, but everything else actually wasn't that bad for a brown day. And yeah, 9,220. Not horrible. Could have been a couple hundred better. Well, I'll take it. So sweet. It's a really control, because out of every day we ever do, other than maybe some of my yellow day teams, that is about the most disable I ever use on a Guild War day. Because we have, where'd it go? I think it's called the extra slot, which I can never find. I should just name it the brown team and change the other one to the yellow day. But, yeah, we got ourselves a stun on everything, a mana drain, true damage, mana drain to everything, and we have another double stun. So it's just pure disable and stun and drain. We have everything we would ever need to do to make sure they don't have any traits and don't have any mana. So it gets rid of the good majority. The only thing that would really kill it is skull spam, but since we have Gorgolfa, it's just really safe. Which is why I keep using it for Brown Day. What's a good team for farming maps? Oh, farming maps, go to Broken Spire, go to challenges, go to the Stone Wall, and use something along the lines of either this, if you don't have double Tyree. So when you're first starting off in the game, you can build Dryad, Goblin Shaman, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, we need the Tyree. Obviously you need a Tyree. If you don't already have one Tyree, you get it off of the Zolkari Kingdom. Completing out that quest line only takes like an hour or less. Once you do that, you get a free Tyree, and she's used for farming maps. She has a 20% chance per cast to farm maps. So you either do this, or if you happen to have all the troops, you can do this instead. Basically, with this team, you just keep bearing up your entire team, particularly your first slot, make sure nothing dies, and just go from there. And the other team is a Giant Spider in second slot, Green Seer in first, followed by simply a double Tyree, exact same banner, and you just roll with that. This one does work quite a bit better, but you might not have the double Tyree, and you also may not have the Green Seer. And actually, even on my other account, I don't even have a Giant Spider yet. I have two alternatives to Giant Spider. I have that brown-yellow that converts to purple, and I have a Green Slime, which are both higher rarity than this, yet somehow I don't have a Giant Spider on my other account. But yeah, this does take a little bit longer to get, but if you happen to have it, it's better than the first team I just showed. But you would just do that against this battle. Do it on whatever difficulty. Normally I do it on Warlord 4 just so I don't kill them, but as a newer player, you'd probably just set it as the default difficulty. No reward difference is done for higher difficulty. The only reason I set it up is because I accidentally kill it too quickly if it's not on Warlord 4. But earlier on in the game, you wouldn't really need to deal with that since you'll have a much lower attack value. Safe Guild Wars? Yes, you can play safe Guild War teams. A good Scylla and Azura team for Blue Day for safe Guild Wars. I have not come up with one yet. Actually, I don't even know what we're going to be running for Blue Day. Normally, I run it with Scion Corvash, so we can do something similar to what we do today with Gorgolfa Corvash, or Corvash Famine, I should say. It's pretty much the same thing, the Scion Corvash combo. You just keep disabling out the enemy manas, and you just keep disabling them. The biggest issue with this team that I normally do is frontline tank is horrible. Scion is not a good frontline tank, and it basically forces us to have to take every single skull, regardless of if they are good or not. Of course, we get to drain them every single time, but if they constantly don't have mana, it can be a bit annoying. Not to mention if they Forest Troll you, it can also be a bit annoying, because that makes it so Scion becomes quite a bit more useless. But yeah, I don't know if I can actually fit her into this team. I might need to just make a completely different team to try using the new troop with, because we can't use it with Scion, which could be a bit of an issue. Though that would allow us to Corvash first slot instead, if we were to shuffle around the team. And I'd probably do something like a Corvash Christine X, the new troop that came out in Merlion, something along those lines. Can't use a Kraken, unfortunately, because it doesn't fit into a Blue Day. Purple Day would be the only day we could actually use both of them together, which is the reason why I said for Purple Day I was probably going to use the new legend that came out instead of on Blue Day, because we have a lot more wiggle room to mess around on a Purple Day, because we still haven't really found a true dedicated team that we're going to be running every single Purple Day, whereas for Blue Day we've kind of already found what we want to be using. I have no clue what is up with that one. It's a little bit of a weird team for the other one. It actually does work though. That one right above this team, the one with all the instant kills. It doesn't seem like it really would, but it gets the job done. It is a bit clunky though. As far as using her in general, I think every team I've ever bothered using her with so far, for the most part, with a few exceptions, have included a Kraken. It just seems like the perfect synergy. They're from the same kingdom anyways. They were made to be used for each other. Because Kraken cleans up all the stuff that you normally... Scylla ends up, or whatever her name is, Scylla ends up cleaning up all the stuff that a Kraken normally wouldn't be able to do. So they end up working out decently together. Okay, let me take some greens here so he doesn't go crazy. Good, he does not get to go crazy. We're not frozen on that color, so we can go for that. We got our Bone Storm going, so we can start plowing in with skulls. Unfortunately... Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. We were frozen on that. I didn't see that all the way at the bottom there. But we'll go move that down. Still got the Skull Storm, which isn't really going to help us much in this particular instance. Also, one big issue with this team is we don't have a backline Devour. They keep adding so many new troops with Devour. It feels weird that... or immune to Devour, I mean. That it feels weird using one that doesn't. And it does look like he's going to get his loop before us, because we're frozen now and can't really do much. Alright, so we'll just take some mana just so he doesn't get it. Though he's still going to get plenty. And that does look like match. At least we're getting lucky enough that he's not devouring us. But anything I do here is just going to undo our turn. And he gets the Queen Mab, and that appears to be match, so we are going to lose here. And down we go. But yeah, I haven't really been using her much for dedicated PvP teams. She doesn't really seem like she's meant to be doing that. The biggest thing I think she's really good utility for, there's 2 teams. 4 times Dragon, you use her against, and anything with Last Line Impervious you use her against. For everything else, I don't really think she's meant to be used for them. In most general PvP teams, she doesn't normally win. Let's see. You enjoy multi-purpose farming for which thing? If you want maps, you usually make an explore team that uses Tyri and a mana generator. Yeah, it's always a good idea if you're looking to farm a resource, but you don't want to specifically farm a resource. You just build a team that you just use and just get a little bit of extra resources slowly. It's one of the reasons why I normally run with like a Dragon Soul or something on my team as well, just so that we could passively keep getting a little bit of mana over and over again. This is probably one of my favorite teams to do that with these days. It's also what we've been using for Pure Red. I just really enjoy this. And getting all the full AoEs. Like, something like this is what you would use the new Skyla for to actually counter out. Same as the team that he's using. Oh, I should have... Figures, I switch over my team right when we actually get a good one that we could use the new troop against. But something like that is what you would use her for. Because you get to dodge Scion. Not the mana drain part, but the actual damage from it. You get to dodge both the Christine X's. And that's almost his entire team right there. Of stuff that you just get to dodge with a Submerge to all other allies. But yeah, it's always nice using things like this that have that small resource generation, so you don't have to worry about getting them up. Like right here, we'll probably end the battle with way over, or not over because you can't go any higher than that, but we'll end it with the 40 souls plus whatever our little bonus thing is for it, and we'll just be good to go. Okay, all we need to do now is just get that down again, and I think that's enough damage just on that. Wow, there's so many extra turns stacked that it's already matched. I probably should have threw another Dragon Soul in there just to cap it out a bit higher. But yeah, for doing nothing more than what we would normally do, we get a free 94 souls instead of the normal like 10 or 15 or whatever we would get from that 4 souls plus our bonus. So it's always nice having a little something extra, whether it's map souls or whatever. Well, it's a good anti-Scion team. Anything would entangle. That or mana drain versus mana drain, or another Scion of your own. But yeah, entangle is about the easiest way. A Cockatrice in particular, first slot Cockatrice, is probably my favorite one, especially if you need it for a brown or yellow Guild War day. But you can just use it in PvP in general. It's a rare, I believe. I forget if it's a rare or ultra rare. I think it's a rare, but it's pretty easy. Most people have a Cockatrice, and it works nicely as a disable towards Scion and a lot of other troops. It's by no means the only thing that it counters. It's actually probably one of the better, cheaper disables in the game. It's what I would normally suggest people use if they don't have a famine yet. Because it's the closest thing you can get to a famine that isn't a famine. Because even though it only has single target drains, it generates its own mana. So if it gets enough mana drain, it can just recast its ability, plus feed some mana into your team. That's something that a famine can't even do. Famine ends its turn whenever it does. Cockatrice, you could, in theory, if you get lucky enough, drain all 4 enemies and it'd still be your turn, which is something that a famine can't do. So you are putting it to luck, though. Whereas a famine is just guarantee you get it, and you just lose your turn after. Are they going to fix the problem with defend teams switching back to default in Guild Wars? I do not know. I haven't seen that in the beta thing, so I don't know if they're actually going to be changing that. But I sure hope so. It is a bit annoying that it keeps doing it to whatever your current defend team is. I don't know if they do that intentionally, just to make sure people will double check or something. I don't know. But, yeah, hopefully they'll fix it in the future. I know no one really likes it, obviously. It's just annoying to have to keep setting it every single time when it resets. Alright, we'll just let him scope focus here. But if anyone else has any other questions, team builds you want me to do, anything of the such, feel free to leave them in chat, and we could definitely do them all. Can you try this team for fast extra gold with this week? Azura, Crimson Bat, Elspeth, and Penguin. Sure, sounds good. Oh, the nice, quick Crimson Bat team. I remember when that used to be as the only super quick team in the game. Everyone would just run the Crimson Bats. Oh no! I needed that cast. What do we do here? I actually really needed that. Well, I guess we just go for Dawnbringer to make sure the rest of our team doesn't die to something randomly. Oh, well, there goes our barriers that were supposed to protect us. Fail. Let's go get our mana up a little bit. This thing feels so much like a Corvash. I mean, not a Corvash. Like a guard's avatar sometimes. I keep thinking that I need to make sure he doesn't get damaged. But I keep forgetting. It doesn't matter if he gets damaged or not, as long as he doesn't actually die, of course. What do we do here? Do I even bother with that? Oh, I do need the purple. I don't need the skull, obviously. But we'll go throw this down. Oh, nope, all we're doing is going to feed him. But if we could just get one more cast, we'll be good to go. And he'll get distracted off the skull. And there we go, extra turn. And down it goes. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, so let me go do the team that you just suggested. See how that goes for gold farming. Let's see. Should we bring it to the weaker battles? I'll go test it in a weaker battle real quick and then go try it in a normal PvP team. I'm not sure if you're throwing at 1 trophies or not. Let's see. Let me go switch out everything. Looks pretty nice. Let's see. Where to go? I just read it. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? There it is. Azura, Crimson Bats. Azura for the quick mana. I really wish Azura had some kind of way to mitigate skulls. A lot of teams use her in first slot, but she kind of dies too quick. That's not too big a deal, though. We'll probably win before it even matters in most battles. Penguin and Banner. What banner do we need here? I actually don't mind exactly what we're using right now. It does go Crimson Bat a little bit slower, but it gets us the quicker Azura. Let's see, what's the other blue-related banner? Was there a second one? Let's see, we don't use brown and we don't use green. Oh, isn't there a +2 blue, +1 yellow on minus green? There it is. That's the one we need. Slightly less than to Azura, but at least we get some for Elspeth if we need to recast her on last slot. You know what, I kind of actually do prefer the frozen banner, I think. But oh, we'll try it with this. This should be a pretty quick wipe since we're doing the smaller battle first, though pretty bad board to start off with, so we'll just move it around some. Oh, at least we extra turned it. Still a really bad board though. I would ideally want to get her up before we really start doing anything. But it looks like we'll have to Penguin, just get a little bit, get the explosion going, get us a new board, and go from there. Oh, we don't really get much value out of extra turn, but I guess it won't really matter much. The whole point is that we get double Crimson Bat or triple Crimson Bat and then win off of it. And if worse comes to worse, we could use her to hopefully get an HP reduction like that, which will kill them out. Yeah, that seems pretty quick, at least for the 1 trophy. Let's go see how it does in natural battle. Did I just see a Great Maul in a Kraken team? He really wants those Devours. It's not horrible. It does work. There are some weird teams that you can make. For realistic teams, I wouldn't really bother with it, though. For fun and messing around with it, it's definitely nice, though. Like what we did with that one team earlier. Okay, can we throw this? It's brown or blue? I'd rather just go for the explosion again. Hope that we keep getting HP reductions, keep throwing that down. You know what? We can actually use a Templar here. There we go. Why not? Throw that down. Oh wait, why did I do that? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I actually denied our reds that we need for a Crimson Bat. That was actually kind of counterproductive. All we need now is 1 more bat. If we didn't get rid of those reds earlier, probably already have his mana. There we go. And should be match. There we go. And down it goes. Yeah, and that was a 3 trophy. A little bit weaker of a 3 trophy, but still a 3 trophy. See how it does against another one. Oh, that one still has a Moa in it. How have people not switched that yet? Well, I guess it's only been like not even a week yet, so some people may not have done that yet. But yeah, don't forget to switch your Moas off your defend team. Throw that down. What to do here? Ideally, we'd want to take purple instead of blue, so I think we will go for that. Because the more blues on the board, the more mana we'll end up getting. I gotta give him browns here, have it. We do get a freeze. I don't think that matters too much, though. Not that many, but we'll throw that down. Get yourself another bat. He's gonna get a Kraken. That'll probably kill our last slot out. Oh, let's go get another poke. See if we can get our mana back up. Good, he does not get the Devour. Let's see. You really need to make a few hours. Wait. You really need to take a few hours and redo about 90% of the teams. Too many of them become kind of useless. Yeah, I did that a little while ago. I ended up replacing... Basically, I ended up organizing, or at least somewhat organizing. I ended up organizing my team slots a little bit so that all of the Guild War teams would be next to each other and all that kind of stuff. Because for the longest of times, my teams were all over the place. They still kind of are, but it's a little bit better at least than how they were. It just takes so long. I've been wanting them to add a function to the game that would actually make it quicker. Because if you're trying to reorganize every single one of your slots, it does take several hours to do, which is really annoying. They need to add the function to drag teams. They added it for Guild Wars, like to be able to drag in your teams and basically change them that way. But it's not like anywhere else in the game. Like the ability to specifically like drag your team over and just reorganize where they are slotted. It'd be very nice if they ever did do that. It would save so much time. Okay, throw that down. And just need to get that Crimson Bat in there. Skull Poke would actually be pretty nice right about now. He wins if he gets Devour. No! Yeah, I think we'd have to stick with 1 trophies for this team. It does seem to go pretty quick against them. See if we can find another weaker one. Actually, that one would have been fine. There we go. Let's just go with this. Yeah, I think this is more for 1 trophying the 500 extra gold. We'll throw that down on back slot. Move that one over. We can take more blues on the board, or keep more blues, I mean. 1 mana short. How awful. Now we get a Crimson Bat. He just taps our thing with a Moa. Get our mana back. Throw it again. How do we get almost no mana for him in that? Oh, let's go manually swipe it, I guess. Now we just need 1 more. I think that's enough damage, other than his Behemoth, but we could just poke that. I didn't get a purple drop. Come on, we need that last little bit of mana. There we go. And now we can just explode for it. And, oh, we didn't get an HP reduction on him. I needed that. Let me take that down first. And now let's match. There we go. And we get our extra 500 gold for that every single time. Yeah, against 1 trophies, it seems decent. I'm not going to bother with a Scion. No, it's probably not traded, but don't want to have to deal with it. One more question. Is Forest Guardian worth crafting? Yeah, Forest Guardian. I thought you said Forest Troll for a second. I would not bother with a Forest Guardian, I don't think. It has some okay teams. It's used a lot, obviously, with 4 times Beasts, because you get to start it with so much mana. I don't think there's anything too over the top that really runs with it these days. There used to be back when, what's his name? When Kerberos was basically one of the best troops in the game. But ever since they've been reworking it and trying to make Devour less prevalent within the game, as they add more Devours. But you know, they've been trying to cut it back down some with like counters and such, which they have been doing pretty well. But yeah, I wouldn't really bother with it these days. It might be good in the future. I don't think there's any really good teams at the moment though, because you'd obviously have to use it with 4 times Beast. Black Beast is very occasionally used. I guess it's okay. Boar Rider's okay under Beast. You got Dire Wolf, though you don't normally need to get more mana. Fenrir into it's pretty nice. One team that combo that you can do is a Beast in first slot, followed by Fenrir, followed by Forest Guardian, followed by 1 other supporting troop all the way in the back. And then you're pretty much good to go. It's commonly used with Giant Spider as well, to feed into a Queen Aurora if you have, or into some kind of other beast that uses a lot of purple. So you can do that combo. Wolf Garrick's an example of that. And, well, any beast that has a really high purple output. Doesn't normally get used with Hellcat. Sometimes gets used with Kerberos, so it's not as strong anymore. It's okay with Merlion. Queen Aurora is the core troop that it normally gets used with. Unfortunately, she's a mythic, so a lot of people don't have her. What else is there? Spirit Fox, it never really gets used with those. Sometimes it might have one on a team. It automatically starts with full mana, so it's kind of redundant if you're kind of using them both together. Sunbird could be okay with it. Umber Wolf is sometimes used, particularly if it's running with a Queen Aurora, because you get a permanent Purple Storm that you can just keep feeding into it. You can throw something like that, Giant Spider, Forest Guardian, and a Queen Aurora all the way in the last slot. What else is okay with it? And Wolf Garrick, and that's about it. So those like 10-ish troops I mentioned, half of which are pretty high rarity, are about the only things you've really used with a Forest Guardian. I wouldn't really bother going out of your way to get it. You also have to make sure you fully trade it, because Forest Guardian with no traits is pretty weak as well. Let me go to dungeons real quick before I go and forget them. Let's see. To pillage and plunder. Go fight these. What should we throw against them? Probably going to throw the really quick red team. Oh no, I don't have it saved, do I? No! I keep not saving it as a team slot. Let me go get it in. Ogren, go. I need to go to save this. just so I don't have to keep doing this every single time. It's probably taking almost more time to switch it than it does to win all the battles. Sunbird and a firebomb. And where is the banner I am looking for? Right there. Okay, there we go. Let's get into them. Does 32 damage, but at the moment, but your hopefully wouldn't matter much when the 10% goes. Wait, what was that referring to? Question. Oh, what was your question, Rapiev? Let me see. Your question. Friday stream. Can you do 10 minutes of Sunbird, Ogren, Firebomb, and Sunbird, Ogren, 2 times Firebomb? I was going to test that for longer than just 10 minutes in the near future. But yes, I am kind of curious which one is faster. I have not tested that really at all yet. I don't know, it comes down to luck sometimes, which one's actually faster. It also depends what kind of battle you're doing. I feel like in a battle like this, it's better to go for the double Ogren than the double Firebomb. But if you're doing, like, let's say, explore battles, or if you're doing challenges, I think it would be better to do double Firebomb instead. Actually, in that case, I think it would almost be better going triple Firebomb. Because you'd be able to get all of your mana constantly and just make sure you get it. I don't even think the Ogrens are really that important on these. You could probably get away with just Sunbird, Rowan, double Firebomb, which is another one that I haven't really tried much yet. The reason for this is you're basically going to get that mana anyways. Sunbird's 12 mana cost, Rowan is 12 mana cost. You'd pretty much get both of them at about the same time. You might have to take a turn or two, but yeah, you'd get pretty much everything you would need. But yeah, let me actually go do that. It's one of the other variants that I haven't really tested much either, which could be better than both of them. Where do we go here? Because like right here, just going very, very slow right now. And we only really get the Ogrens for the first hit, the main benefit for it. So if we go switch real quick, let me go do that. Like throw in a Rowan here. Oops, that's not how you spell it. There we go. Get that right there. Get the other Firebomb to replace the Ogren with. I mean, yeah, the Ogren. And there we go. I just throw that down. And so, Firebomb should be in the drop pool when they add the new troops in the new kingdom. So hopefully we'll easily be able to get that up. But yeah, basically all we'll have to do here is just throw a Sunbird, get another Firebomb down. That'll give us half a Sunbird plus hopefully full Rowan. And then we just cast both of them, and then boom, we win. So throw that first, and then we clean up a Sunbird. And yeah, so something along those lines might be quicker than both of them. I haven't really tested them. But if I had to guess, I'd probably say this one's the better one. Let's see, let's go just throw it on Explorer real quick. Which one do I need more trait stones from? I don't even know these days. I think it was Broken Spire. Which Arcane am I the lowest on? 126. Might be that one. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, it is Broken Spire. 116 in Broken Spire. That is the lowest, so let's go there. That would explain why I've been going there constantly. Okay, so let's just go with this and see. We'll go test in a couple explorers in this. So move that over, Firebomb. Nice extra turn, Rowan dead. And if that wasn't Sunbird, and if that wasn't another Firebomb. I don't know if this is actually quicker than Bombbots though. Still think Bombbots are the quickest, but out of everything that doesn't use any hero class, I think this is one of the quickest. It's very similar to the what's it called? The double, the Valkyrie Rowan double Siren. Except the difference with this is we don't get any souls, but I don't really care if we don't get any souls on this account. So that's not really as big of a deal for us, at least. Move that over. And then just Sunbird and then dead. Yeah, it's pretty quick. Explore. It's pretty cheap too. Rowan you get for free and doesn't need any traits. Sunbird is an ultra rare. And you kind of do need it fully traded. It's optimal, though not required, I guess. The only thing that's really obviously required is Firebomb fully traded. That is a 100% must, though it's a common, so that's not that hard at all. And that's match. Hey, the new Legends out here. I guess it's already in the Explorer drop pool for troops. Why are there so many Azuras in the other thing? Oh gosh. Oh, throw the bomb. Only 4 reds on the entire board. Throw it again just to get our mana in case it misses. It has really nice recovery if you miss. Because 2 bombs would basically ensure, regardless of what happens, you get full mana on at least one of them, if not both. Almost any board setup it'll end up working with, which is something that a few of the other teams aren't as good at doing. So we'll just throw one of those. Actually, I think one of cast would have just already been enough. And there we go. Yeah, it might just be my new Explore team. I could probably overwrite my other one. I'm pretty sure I was going to include this in the best teams video. I was planning on recording that tomorrow. I just don't know all the teams I'd actually include with it in this version. Because not that too many teams actually got created. They were mainly actually focused around the hero classes as well, which is kind of odd. Normally, whenever new content comes out, it's not really focused around the hero classes, but almost every really solid team that has been created in this current version was as a result of one of the 2 new hero classes. For the most part, there are a few others, but like there was some World Breaker teams that didn't technically require it, but they definitely benefit quite a bit more from having it. Oh, why did I do that twice? I could have just rewanded it. And down it goes. That seems pretty nice. Well, let me go gain a level while we're at this. We're already farming. Might as well go get that last little bit of leveling and reach our level 1,197. Also, that means this weekend we are reaching level 1,200, which puts us, I think, in the top 100-ish people in the game. I don't even know what the rating system would be for that as far as level, but it's definitely a high level. Anything above level 1000 is pretty high. Anything above 1100 is really, really high. And if you're like 1300 plus, you are like the top 0.1% of players as far as level. Throw that down, and there we go. Come on, give me that level. It looks like the bar is almost there, yet it could probably take us 5 battles just to be able to get that little bit of leveling. It does take that long sometimes. Wow, what am I doing? I could literally just first turn Sunbird to kill the entire enemy team. I don't even need to bother with the little extra fire bomb if we already got a good starting board. Oh no, that was horrible. Oh no, we almost didn't get it if it wasn't for the extra turn right there. That was close. Come on, one more level. Look at that bar. Oh, there we go. I was going to say. How on earth was that not a level? There we go. We have reached level 1,197. Let's see if we can actually get that by the end of this weekend. I think we should be able to. I sure hope so. 3 more levels by the end of this week. Sounds like a plan. Let's see. Yeah, does anyone else has any other questions, team builds you want me to try? Anything else? By the way, Apothecary 2 times Lady Ironbeard Penguin worked great so far in PvP. Lady Ironbeard with a Penguin, is that enough to one-shot? I don't think that is at my level range. It might be at your level range. Let me see. If I go and double check what she would be with 5 more stats. What's her name again? Beard. Let me just type in Beard. I'll bring it up. Okay, so her with 5 more damage is 37 times 3. Which is, what, 111, right? I'm gonna go get a calculator just to double check. Pretty sure that's 111. I'll just make sure that's correct, though. 37 times 3... Yeah, exactly, 111. So, would 111 be enough to one-shot everything? Is the question. No. Okay, we already see that it can't. No. No. Yeah, it doesn't work at my level range. That one it would. And that would be exactly enough. But yeah, it doesn't one-shot everything at my level range. So I wouldn't bother with it. That's the biggest issue with really high damage one-shots troops, like Bonnie Rose and quite a few others. In late game, they don't have enough damage to one-shot most of the time. So you normally have to do like AoEs and stuff like that to make up for it, like 4 times Dragon or something. Because you can't expect a single one-shot to hit it. I really wish they would rescale the values in the game a little bit. And particularly reconsider it when they start getting to like max star kingdoms. Because that's going to become an even bigger issue. One-shotting in late game already doesn't exist. And it's going to become even worse once that happens. The main reason for this is a lot of the troops that are made for the purpose of one-shotting can't actually one-shot. About 90% of the troops that are supposed to have a one-shot mechanic do not work in late game due to the fact that they don't actually have enough damage to be able to reach unless you throw like a single AoE in it. But then that kind of defeats the whole purpose of even using them in the first place, which is why a good majority of them never get used. Like anything that has like a triple damage against something in just in general, or any of those kind of troops, you'll basically never see me using a single one of them because they don't actually have enough to kill the enemy with in almost every instance. What do we even do here? He's actually getting a pretty nice board because of the hit that he ended up getting in there. Oh, I should have threw a Dawnbringer down. I actually could have saved it in case he took a skull poke here, which he didn't, so I guess that's fine. Do we have a double mana drop? No, let's go for some protection. And should be okay now. Just have to go take a mana, take another mana, and then just kill it with that. There we go. 3 HP, all we need. Plenty enough HP, and down he goes. Purple Defend Team, Guild War, Maul, Syla, Mercy, Shegra. Sure, I don't see why not. That seems perfectly fine. That's pretty much what I'm already using for my defend as well. Except I'm using just the triple threat. Hasn't really been winning that well though, I noticed. It's not that bad. I know that it's actually decent. The biggest issue I think with it is it's much better under player control than under AI control. But yeah, that's pretty much what we already have set, I believe. Or at least the same premise. Oops, it's Guild War Purple, not Guild War Defend. But yeah. So what did you got to replace then? I think it was Inferno King? Wait, where did the team just go? You just mentioned it, now I completely lost track of where it went. Where'd it go? You literally just mentioned, there it is. Yeah, so you end up replacing out the Inferno King then for her. I don't see why not. Of course, a lot of people are going to probably rage at some point this week against her 25% chance to kill. We haven't found her yet in Guild Wars, so I'm kind of curious what will happen when we do end up seeing her. Like, how would we disable her on some days? Because she's a pretty big threat with the fact that she can just instantly kill you 25% of the time. You can't just Impervious last slot, because that's how you deal with Kraken normally. You just put an Impervious in your last slot, and then boom, you're good to go. You don't really have to deal with them. But it's a bit different with her, because you have to basically have two choices. You either have to kill her, or you have to mana drain her. You can't just leave her, because out of nowhere, she could just get a kill on you, and that's not nice. Especially if you're not using a summoner on a Guild War day. That, or you're just going to have to make sure you just have a summoner. Because she only does hit one. So if you have like a summoner third slot or a summoner second slot, that could be an okay way of kind of negating her. Let me go get rid of Queen Mab, because we all hate Queen Mab. Get that out the way. No, she's actually a really good troop. The problem is she's too good of a troop. No, it's fine. It's just freeze. It's just such a really, really strong mechanic. I'll go throw that down. And get that. And that's pretty much matched. Hey, Inferno King actually doing what he does best, getting rid of that little bit of extra small hit right there so you don't waste an entire skull spam on a single troop. Inferno King and Sakima are really nice for that. In most skull spam teams, particularly these days, I would suggest almost every single one running with one of them, because they both have the capability, both Inferno King and Sakima have the ability of getting rid of one really weak troop that's on the opposing team. Inferno King does it in a way that gets rid of barrier very well, but can also be used to wipe out whatever the first slot is. But Sakima is particularly well, not in the barrier perspective, but if you have something in their first slot, let's say it's like 50 HP, and you're about to throw like 5 different skull pairs at them simultaneously, obviously you don't want to do that on the one that's almost dead, but Sakima can easily dispose of that because she has really high single target damage, enough that you normally are able to clear out the first slot and then throw your skull spam onto the following troop. Instead of just wasting all your skull spam. Some things like Shegra, Keeper of Souls, stuff like that, can sometimes overextend on really weak, almost already dead troops, whereas Inferno King and Sakima are pretty good at picking off the weaker one and then going and throwing the skull spam into the next one. Hello, Candy, welcome. A good def team you use is Gorgolfa, Def, Dawnbringer, and Bard, Hero Class, and Queen Aurora. Why would you use Bard with that? Well, I guess you... Never mind, it upgrades everything. Never mind. Except your Def. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Never mind. For a second, I thought there was like almost no yellow on the team, but it's actually all yellow except for Def. Can you test your Purple Guild War day versus the Defense with Syla? Which one? You actually want to see how Syla AI performs in a team? Let's see. Oh, you want me to test my... Well, I don't really have a designated Purple Day yet. Actually, when is Purple Day coming? because I need to make sure I revamp it before it actually comes around. Okay, we have some time. We have until Saturday to think of something really good to actually end up implementing there. Because quite a bit of what I've been running lately hasn't been working as well. It's been losing to two things. It's been losing to Krakens, and it's been losing, like, the whole freeze Kraken kind of concept, and it's been losing to mana drain spam. Those are the two biggest issues that I've been having on Purple Day. Most of the other days have kind of been fine. Brown has enough disables. Red has so much damage per second that it doesn't matter. Green I've been struggling with a little bit, but if I just run double Giant Spider, double Kraken, this pretty much wipes everything, except for maybe freeze spam sometimes. Blue, a little bit of an annoying day, but has enough disable that, and drain that we can normally get away. I normally just try silencing plus mana drain. And yellow, yellow has Bard now, so yellow's actually pretty safe. Not to mention, I'd normally just throw like the Grugoltha kind of concept against it, and it works out nicely. Let me see. But yeah, what was it that you specifically wanted me to test then? Like, what were the two teams that you wanted me to do? But let me go and see. So you mentioned that one team and then the other team to go face against it. Oops. Let me go under my defense. Edit team, defend blue. Go put this over suggested. Let's see, where to go. So you want me to use a Purple Day against this team. Well, whatever I use will almost lose. So then I guess we'll go figure out what to do for Purple Day team. I guess we'll go try the one that we already have there. I tried it a couple times and it seemed to work okay. But it still loses sometimes to free spam, which is something I was trying to avoid or get another team to be able to deal with. And get the Shegra there. Oops, that's not Shegra. Shegra. And Banner would end up being, oh, what do you run with this team? I guess there's a blue-purple for her then. Because you don't really need to feed too much into Great Maul. You can't just double yellow on this team. You don't have a follow-up yellow. Normally, after the Great Maul cast, you want to make sure you have every color behind it. Because you need to make sure you have a brown-purple to put both of the manas into. And this one's missing the yellow. I mean, a brown-yellow. What did I say the first time? But you need brown-yellow on the team. This one only has brown. Well, let me go do that so we can get the thing. And then let's go test it with our Purple Day. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Put that there. Keep that there. And let me go fight it with our own team. Let's see. Battle log, defend, test defend team. And test it with our current Purple Day, which I believe is a Fire Troll spam of red. Yes. Okay, so let's go see what happens. I believe this is what you asked for. If not, let me know. Well, go move that down. First thing we'll want to do is get up Troll. Well, apparently we're just going straight into Elamagrim. Well, I might as well just go all the way at this point. We're already that close. Yeah, we're just going all the way. I think that might have been one of the first times I ever went for Elamagrim first on a team like this. Unfortunately, that's not really that effective, but if we could just get the double red, we'll be fine. So we're gonna move that up. Double the red here. And should be good to go as long as it doesn't miss. That over. Start Elamagrimming. Do we have a drop there? Yes, we do. He's gonna have almost no attack now. Oh, there's the instant kill. We have no way of dodging that, and we have no revive. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. We might have to start using a summoner on every single time that gets used. It now gets to submerge, which is gonna be a little annoying because I don't have any way to hit a couple of them. Since we're running with mainly AoE. If I'm not mistaken, Infernus still gets to hit them though. Oops, I meant to take a yellow. Well, I guess there wasn't any yellow, so never mind. Let's see, we'll take the red. There's our yellow. Nope, he took it away because he got the extra turn for it. And he got a Great Maul. He's actually gonna get devoured then, unless the AI is so dumb that it goes for our, what's it called? The one with Impervious. No, it doesn't. It's smart enough to actually go for the right one that time. Let's see. Since there's so many that has the Submerge on it, I kind of just want to go for the Infernus first. We still have the burns though, so let me go through this. Obviously only half of them get hit, but I need to make sure we get that little bit of damage. As you can see, it still hits them. And we'll get this down again. It only ends up hitting one of them though. The other ones we'll have to throw like skulls or something at. And he'll get a little bit of hit there, though he has such a little attack that it doesn't really matter at this point. And yeah, it's just gonna die. It did get rid of one troop though, but it was only off of the Great Maul cast. It probably would have gotten two if it would have instant killed the other thing, but we still would have had Elamagrim plus the thing. Oh, you can actually get gold keys in your thing. Interesting. I didn't realize it gave you anything. It actually gives you the gold key if you actually earned it. Sweet. Let's go claim our 1 gold key. Such precious keys. Such a precious key. There we go. Anyways, I think that's what you wanted me to test. So it basically got destroyed. So yeah. Though that's not really a good example, only doing it once, but I'm pretty sure that's the same thing that's happening when I'm doing in Guild Wars. I think it went 0-3 last week. So when I did the other variant of it. Let's see, you're actually using Sunbird, Ogryn, Double Firebomb. With the what? With the Melitors? Metalors? I have no clue what you just said with the last one there. But Sunbird, Rowan, 2 times Firebombs is good too. Oh yeah, that's what we were running with it. Let's see. Oh, there was 2 Timothy's question, I think. Question for chat. Is Elspeth... Wait, if Elspeth wasn't in the game, what would you do for the quick explore? Oh yeah, we were just doing that. Maybe you just came in. No, I think we're already here. Weren't we just doing that? But yeah, we got rid of the team at the moment, but let me go replace out the team that we were just doing earlier. I actually should probably overwrite this with my current Explorer team. I don't think it's actually consistently quicker than it. I'll need to test that later. But yeah, it's this thing. I'll test it in the near future. Actually, I kind of want to have a fully upgraded Firebomb. Maybe I should have upgraded it. It's going to be like a month or 2 before I can get a fully traded Firebomb, though. I mean, fully leveled. It doesn't make that big of a difference. I think he gains 3 damage from being fully upgraded. But that can make a difference if something only has like 1, 2, or 3 HP. Or even if it has as little as 6, because if you're firing 2 of them, that makes all the difference. But anyways, it's this team with the +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. So that right there. Yeah, this has been running pretty good. You don't need any Elspeth. You barely even need anything of high rarity. Rowan you get for free. Sunbird's ultra rare. And Firebomb is common. Though I don't believe Firebomb's currently in the drop pool. It won't be for probably a couple weeks. By the time the next kingdom comes out, I believe it will be in the drop pool. Well, I sure hope so, because I'll easily get it to Mythic if so. Because I'll be needed to get the new common to Mythic anyways. So that would be the perfect timing if it was to come out then. But yeah, basically just this. All you do is throw down 1 or 2 Firebombs, get your hits down, and just throw down a Sunbird into a Rowan. Or sometimes even one of them will be enough. As a newer player, I think you would actually have to cast both of them once to make sure you have enough damage. But we have enough damage output off our Sunbird due to having so much HP that it doesn't matter if we get the Rowan or not. Some battles we do, of course, if there's like a Mythic or 2 Mythics on the enemy team for the Explore battle. But for most of them, we could just do a single one of either of these 2 and then this match. Like right there, boom, we get our Sunbird, cast it, dead, and there we go. And of course, if you are a newer player, it would be good to have this Firebomb a little bit more upgraded, though that it'll be a little while before we can actually do that, since I don't believe it's currently in the drop hole. I can almost guarantee it's not for probably until next year. And, oops, why did I double cast that? I could have already done that. Yeah, we can also throw it to Rowan. I believe Rowan's actually slightly more damage, not by much. Let me see. I actually don't know. Let me go see at the beginning of the battle. Which one of these does more damage? I'm pretty sure it's Rowan. Not by much, though. Let's see. Or at least in my case. It's 47 times 2 plus 22. Let me just calculate that. 47 times 2 plus 22. Oh, excuse me. That's 116. And our Sunbird is 72 plus whatever his thing is. Plus 28, which I think is lower. Plus 28. Yes. Rowan is 16 damage higher than... let me double check that. It's exactly 100 for Sunbird. My Sunbird does 100 damage on the dot. But 47 times... Assuming it doesn't get hit at all. And of course that's assuming Rowan doesn't get hit at all either. Plus 22... Yeah, my Rowan is 16 damage more actually than my Sunbird. Even though both of them are amazing damage. So it would actually be better to go for the Rowan if we have both of them up in a given situation. 16 damage in Explore battle is actually a really huge difference. Which is even why the small amount that these Firebombs do is kind of useful. Because it does make that difference that you need. I should probably set the banner to be in Rowan's favor then, if that's the case. Since it's the more damage. Instead of putting it all into the Sunbird. But yeah, it's pretty much what you'd run for Explore. Works out really nicely. Dev in global chat? Yeah, there's been a lot more devs in global chat. They've also been trying to get on console a bit more as well, because they normally aren't. There's one. Yep, there's Dev. I've never even seen that one before. Kafka. Who's Kafka? This one's new. Who are you, Kafka? Identify yourself. Yeah, there's been a lot of devs around lately. They've been a lot more active than they've normally been. It seems like they have some pretty big plans for 2018. I sure hope so. But anyways. What is the kingdom with the most summons on Explore? That can vary quite a bit. But if I had to say which one is the most annoying with it, I would have to say the Groshnak. The reason for this is there is a troop that comes more often in this kingdom than anything else. It didn't end up popping up that time. But in the Groshnak kingdom, there is the Drake Rider. And he is so ridiculously annoying because if he happens to come in fully traded, he's the only troop in the entire game with a 100% chance to revive himself. There's also a couple troops in that kingdom that have a 25%. Like, for example, if you check over here in the Explore, Summoner has a 25% chance if it happens to get traded. Because, of course, each one of them come in randomly traded with how many traits they have. But if they come in with that 25% or the other one comes in with their 100% chance, it is a really, really annoying kingdom. I would highly advise never doing Treatstone farming in Groshnak. You would have to use the other brown-red alternative, which is Urskea. Urskea is normally a lot more tame to destroy than the other kingdom, and they both still give the exact same Treatstone, the brown-red. Yeah, I would never bother with Groshnak. It's one of the few kingdoms that I would never bother exploring in. It's why my brown-red was the lowest for the longest of time, other than the fact they never did any events for it. But it was also because it was just too dangerous to really bother with how often they would revive there. So I never really would bother. Let's see. How many rounds of Orwan or Sunbird on Warlord 4? I would not bother with Warlord 4 on that. Warlord 3 would be the lowest you would ever really need to do it with. There's not any point in really doing that. It's not like you get any bonus resources. If I had to guess, though, I would say 3 to 4 rounds. Yeah, about 3 to 4 rounds. You would never need to do that, though. The only time you ever increase the difficulty is if you're doing it for PvP. Well, actually, there's a few instances where we increase difficulty. Every single instance you would increase difficulty is if you're doing Arena, you sometimes do it on Hard, and if you have a really good draft, you put it on Warlord 1. So you can sometimes do it there. For challenges, you normally put it to Warlord 3 if you're doing them for the very first time, or Warlord 4 if you feel like you can do it, just because they give a one-time extra souls, and you might as well do it with the maximum possible bonus you can. So those you generally do Warlord 3 or 4 the very first time. For soul farming, you will normally bump it up to the highest, it's same as EXP farming, for the highest that you can one-shot them with. So more often than not, you'll do challenges at like Warlord 2 or 3 if you're doing them for soul farming team like a Fair Shra or something like that, or if you're for throwing down Dragon Soul or something. You would boost it up to the point where 2-shot or 1-shot or whatever kind of quick team you're rolling with for souls would end up getting the quicker cycle on them, just to not waste time while still getting the bonus resources. And the only other place you'd really use a higher difficulty is if you're doing casual PvP for the gold farming. You would sometimes put it up to Warlord 3 or even Warlord 4. For that, you would need a Great Maul into a Skull Spam team or some kind of other similar team. It's normally the easiest way of doing that. Since a Great Maul, you just throw a Mercy into it, you devour one of their bigger troops, and then boom, you just got the exact same stats as them, and then you easily clear them out with whatever Inferno King or whatever other troop you want to use to go and give it a bunch of skulls, and then boom, you won. And then you gain a bunch more gold than you normally would. Those are the only instances you ever higher the difficulty. I would not advise it for Explore. There's really no need to do it in Explore because the main reward you get from Explore is trait stones. And in the current state of the game, there is no effect from difficulty on the amount of trait stones or the rarity of trait stones or anything like that. The only thing that changes trait stones is if it's being done in Explore or not. And just the simple practice of doing it within Explore gives these higher bonuses. But it doesn't care what difficulty it's on. It gives the same reward for normal as it does on Warlord 3 and 4. So I wouldn't really bother. Unless you're doing a soul farming team with it. In which case you might want to boost it up to like maybe Hard or Warlord 1. But you wouldn't really want to put it up much higher than that. Let's see. How do you get challenge in chat channel in game? Google failed you. Wait, what? How do you change the chat channel? Oh, you click on this. You click on this little green icon thingy on the bottom. Actually, I think just clicking anywhere on this bar brings it up. And then click on the thing that says channel. And then type in any channel, and then it will bring you there. So if we type in like 002, it'll bring us to channel number 2. And there we go. We're now on channel 2. And yeah, and so on and so forth. Yips. I think just typing in 1 brings us to channel 1 as well. There we go. And now we're back to channel 1. Yeah, this is all you have to do. Just click on this little thingy. And it also has a fade thing option, so if you want to look at chat while you're playing, you can keep it like that. Oops, I put it on way too low. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh no, where's chat? I can't see anything! Oh no! Wait, where is chat normally? Okay, I just, wait. I forget where the chat button normally is. This failed. Okay. They made this way too dark, wow. I never actually bothered with the fade thingy. Wait, where's chat normally? I actually completely forget. Does anyone remember on the screen where chat is? Let me see. Let me go back into the chat. And let's see. We're on the main menu. Oh, it's right in the center. There it is. It's like right there. Okay. Fail. That is annoying. They needed an easier way of bringing that up. Yeah, you can put it on like a really low fade that doesn't completely block the screen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a nice sweet spot for where you can actually see chat. And it doesn't completely block it. But yeah, that's weird. They made it with a full gray background, so now it just blocks like crazy if you make it a full screen. I personally never use this feature ever. It is a nice addition, I do have to say. But ever since they made it a gray background, it looks really weird now. Because it blocks so much of your screen. Well, you can adjust its size and stuff. It just looks too dark, though, compared to everything. Anyways, let me put that back to none, so it's not blocking us constantly. There we go. Sunbird team just came back in PvP. Yeah, Sunbird's pretty decent in PvP. It's been ran a lot ever since Firebomb came back came into the game. Let's see. Yeah, as far as wins on different hero classes, I think my highest one right now is, which one was it? It was either Archer or Mech, one of the two. I know one of them I think I had around 9,000 or so. Sorcerer, I don't think was the one. Yeah, Sorcerer was only 4,180. Archer was 5,574. So it was probably Mech then. Yeah, Mech is at 8,234. I believe that is my highest. I play quite a bit of the classes though. I play about like 5 or 6 of them, which I have up decently. I don't think I have a single one over 10,000 though yet. It'll come in time. There's not any additional reward for getting them up. That'd be pretty cool if it did though. Like if you could like master a class. Technically you can do that, but it's such a low requirement. All you have to do is get 250 wins. With how this game is set up for long-term goals, they set really, really ridiculously easy goals to do on every single hero class. You get something at, I believe, 30 or 20, 50, 100, 250. I forget the exact on these, but I know they're very low. You get them all before like 150, and then you get a weapon at 250, and then boom, you're done. You don't get anything else thereafter. It's really weird. I don't know why they didn't expand it to like 1,000 or 5,000 or even 10,000 possibly as small additional rewards, like maybe small stats or something else. I don't know. It just seems really weird that they made it so low. Oh, you're referring to my Sunbird team? You're going against your PvP team now? Oh, is someone else using it? Yeah, quite a few people tend to use similar teams here and there. Whatever starts getting popular, a lot of people will use, especially if, something else that quite a few people do too, I don't know if it really happens as much anymore, but people will look at what the top few people are doing on the PvP ladder, and then copy those exact same defend teams, because they're normally using the most annoying teams, and case in point, that's one of the strongest defend teams in the game right there, which makes sense. And yeah, it's an easy way to kind of see, it's like, ooh, strong defend teams, that's a little bit weaker. Not quite sure what it's doing with that. Let's see. That one's okay. 4 times. Why is everyone running dragons now? Let's see. There's a interesting Queen Aurora. Not quite sure why it's in first slot though. Interesting. Most people don't set as series of teams for the normal defense though, compared to like Guild War or something. Why is everyone running dragons all of a sudden? On defense. Weird. If anything, they're almost the weakest now. Well, 4 times Dragon's still really strong, but particularly with Dawnbringer, I mean, with World Breaker and stuff. But with the new Submerged troop, I would assume some people kind of went away from it a little bit. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for the night. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be pretty much doing the same thing we did today. Going over Guild Wars, doing our Guild Wars, doing dungeons, going over teams, messing with stuff, chilling, and answering whatever questions you guys may have. But yeah, I guess I will see you all tomorrow. we'll hopefully get the best teams video out soon. I definitely want to do it pretty soon because the next patch is right around the corner with the new UI and everything. Almost guarantee that they're getting it out before the holiday season, so it is right around the corner, probably in the next week or so. Who knows? So definitely need to get the video for that. And if there's any other suggestions, always feel free to leave it anywheres, and we'll try getting to those as well. The main thing that we're probably going to be doing, probably by the end of this year, slowly, it's probably be some of the things I'll record for when I'm in New Jersey as well, for when I go on like the little mini vacation thingy. I'll probably do the best top 10 for every rarity, because there was a lot of interest after we did the common video. If you haven't seen it already, it looks like we're going to be doing that for every single rarity in the game. So we'll do rare, then ultra rare, then epic, then legend, and of course then mythic to end it out with. So that sounds like a plan. Yeah, no problem for the stream. Hope you all have a wonderful week. See you all later. Don't believe anything new is coming this week. Yeah, when is the next mythic? Oh, next mythic is until the 22nd. Yeah, we have a while. I think that's another reason why they're trying to get the patch out, because there's actually nothing else other than the patch really coming until the 22nd as far as Friday related updates. But anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Good night.